Oh. Let's have a look at this. This is all working. Yeah, all working. Perfecto. Oh, I used to do these early morning streams. Oh, I've got 3 people. Nice. I used to do these early streams ages ago, way back in the day. I used to be like Coffee with Mr. H non-stop. That was the morning streams. And shout out to anyone that actually remembers them. That is old stuff now. So how are we all doing? So I thought I would jump on and just do a quick stream today, really. Just because I couldn't do one on Friday. And this is why it's probably important to follow me over on Twitter, because I update people over on Twitter on things, because it's just easy. Like, I can just shoot out a tweet and go, I'm unable to do it because of this. And on Twitter, I was in hospital, basically. So I was in hospital from 6 in the evening until 4 a.m. Friday to Saturday. So that's why I couldn't do the stream on Friday. I am back now, obviously. So I'm here and thought I would just do a stream, basically. So how are we all doing? So I thought I'd sort of just come on to sort of explain that, do a stream just whilst I'm having some coffee, and just chit chat, really. So I hope we're all well. I'm just going to shoot this over on Twitter as well. I've literally just got back from a doggo walk with Jasper, hence why he's in the picture, because the world always needs more Jasper. So yeah, how are we all doing? Holly, Roxy, hey Mr. H and everyone, this is my first stream. Nice to have you on. I'm assuming I normally stream at strange times for a lot of people on. As where they are in the world. What are you doing, mate? Are you too hot? You're very warm, aren't you? Sorry, Jasper is trying to cuddle up to me to get cold, but that's not going to work, is it? Paul says, really been impressed with the vids of late, mate. Good job. Well, thank you so much. Really, really glad. I've personally really enjoyed doing the videos lately. Everything has been just really enjoyable. I've personally really enjoyed it. So I'm happy with that. So I'm glad that you guys have enjoyed them, or at least one person has enjoyed them anyway. So that's good. We've got 51 viewers, but we've only got 8 likes, guys. Please do hit that thumbs up button. It does help out. Smoke Monster says, glad you're back and okay. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, it wasn't good. I was not particularly happy with what occurred. Well, obviously, who is happy when they go to hospital? I was not best impressed. I'm all good. Well, I think I'm all good now. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We don't know. Is the short of it. We're not too sure. So yeah, I actually can't highlight questions at the moment, ladies and gents, because I'm using OBS to stream this time. Something a bit different. I normally use StreamYard, but I'm going back to using OBS because I think that the delay is less, and I'm just trying to use it again, basically. So San Fran says it's 3 a.m. here in Arizona. Guess I could use some coffee right now too. Definitely, man. AM, well, here in Australia, it's 8 p.m. Yeah, true, yeah. Do I despise the Fandom Menace, or are you rather indifferent towards them? I have no strong feelings either way. I don't care. It's funny, people seem to think that, like, individuals, like, care. Like, yeah, I wouldn't even say indifference. I have nothing either side of it, which I guess you could say is indifference, but it's not really. And it's strange that you would even ask that. Like, I have never hinted that I have an issue with them anyway. So I'll pop that one down to probably someone trying to cause some drama, as it were, which tends to happen quite a lot when you're on YouTube. I don't understand why. People do love it. We've only got 30 likes. Guys, come on. Smash that like button, please. It does actually help the channel out. Love the beard. Thanks. It's growing nicely. We're doing all right. Right, let me scroll down a little bit. So if you've never been to one of my live streams before, because this is a weird time for me to stream, so I'm sure I'm catching people that have never been to one. You just ask questions, basically. I will talk to anyone on live streams. You don't have to pay me to talk to me, like some people do. However, you can use the super chat function. It does help the channel out, and I will get your question quicker. So if you want to donate to the channel, please do. Obviously, I'm never going to say no to that, am I? It quite literally keeps the lights on, but it's not a requirement on my streams. So, It's Mint says, morning Mr. H, how's your weekend been so far? We had a few friends around for a barbecue yesterday. Got a few films lined up to watch today. Very nice, man. My weekend's been good. I was in hospital Friday night from 6 p.m. until 4 a.m. Saturday morning. So my weekend got off to a pretty shit start, to be honest. I'm still catching up on sleep. I'm pretty tired. But yeah, it's been okay. Not been too bad at all. Aside from that, my arm is really bruised from the cannula. Because I had loads of, I had an ultrasound. I had a CT scan. I had blood work and a whole bunch of other stuff done as well. So my arm's pretty sore from all of that pretty garbage stuff, I'm not going to lie. Comrade says, how you feeling, Age? I'm good. Aside from being tired, I am actually quite good now. Holly Roxy, yeah, 6 a.m. here in America. And I'm up super early today. Nice. God damn. Yeah, that is early. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. You must be on, the East Coast? I'm guessing, like Miami side? Because that's the 5-hour time zone difference, isn't it? That'd be Miami normally. Or Florida. It's the Eastern Standard Time. That's the 5-hour time zone difference. Mark and Varen. Whoa! Sunday stream. What's up, guys? I know. Unusual, isn't it? If Jasper could make a film, how do you reckon it would go? It'd be the best thing ever. It'd involve so many treats. Right. Mike Hunt says, great documentary on the greatest Nemesis artist, John Hicklempton. Called Here's Johnny. Check it out if you can still find it. I'll have to check that out. I will find that if you recommend it. Happy to. Talking of likes, anyone else like a video, scroll down, then up, and it's gone. Apparently that's been happening quite a lot, actually, on videos and things like that. Very strange. Okay, so tutorial slave dropped in and just clarified. Nope, drama wasn't my intention at all. The question just popped into my mind due to somebody's comment on your Loki final review. That's all there is to it. No, that's fine. Honestly, fine. I wasn't trying to sort of condemn you for your comment. Okay, that's fine. People seem... The thing is, people seem to lump me into... The thing I dislike, and it's not that I dislike the Fandom Menace as a result of it, but what I do dislike is the fact that people seem to want a groupthink mentality. People are like, well, everyone else that I think you're associated with doesn't like this, therefore you shouldn't like this. Like, grow up, you child. Really, really strange. Really, really strange. I don't understand that attitude, you know? Like, people are like, well, Heels versus Babyface doesn't like it. I'm like, fucking good for him. Like, who cares? I don't care. I don't watch these people. Like, I literally do not watch them. I go off and watch car videos and cooking channels is what I predominantly watch, actually, on my YouTube feed. But yeah, so that is what I dislike about it personally. That's what I dislike. But that's not their fault. That's the public's fault, because it's weird groupthink mentality. Very strange attitude to have. Never understood that, but never mind. Is what it is. Mr. H, what's the last new movie you've seen? Fear Street 1976. I need to review that. I watched that on Friday, funnily enough, before I got taken to hospital. Or did I watch it Thursday? One of the two. I watched it one day. So I need to review that and then watch the last one. And I've also got Space Jam 2 as a screener to watch and review. And I really do think that's going to be bad. So that will be interesting. Marshmallow says, "Oh my God, you're alive." I am. I am alive. I am. Holly Roxy says, "I love your content and honesty on your opinions." Thank you. The thing is, at the end of the day, and this is what I never understand with the whole sort of groupthink mentality and things like that, because I was speaking. Funny, I was speaking to someone in the hospital waiting room actually about this. Nice chap, suffered a massive bike injury. Nice guy though, and he was like, "Oh, do you watch your contemporaries?" And I was like, "No, I don't, because I don't want." I don't want to watch those kind of individuals and then fall into that sort of subconscious track of thinking. Like, subconsciously, like, there's that the psychology of you are closest to the 5 friends you have, right? You are closest. You become similar. You become alike. And so I think that actually crosses over into who you watch and who you listen to and things like that. So I personally don't watch any of those individuals, for the reason being I want my opinions to be very true to what I think. Like, I don't want to watch other people's thoughts, because at the end of the day, and I think that comes from more of a conviction for my personal channel, right? Like, this is my channel, you come here for my opinion, right? So why would I want my opinion to be affected by anyone else's opinions? And that's having conviction under your own terms. For me to go, well, you come here for my opinion, therefore, whether you agree with it or not, you still want my personal opinion. And so that's the sort of logic behind it anyway. Hey, Mr. H, I just recently watched your video on Dune and its length. What was the greatest epic movie you ever watched in the theatre? What was the greatest epic movie? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, what was a good movie to watch? I don't know. Blade Runner 2049 was really good in theatres. I think that was a movie that should have been watched in theatres, personally. I think that was absolutely fantastic. We've got 78 likes and 146 viewers. Guys, can we get the likes to at least 100? Please? Please do hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be really misconstrued about that video. They seem to think that I am... like shitting on the movie or something. I repeatedly say in that video I want it to do really, really well. But people's comparisons as well in that video is so wrong. The comments are like, yeah, but Lord of the Rings did well, and so did Avengers Infinity War. And I'm like, Lord of the Rings is a very, 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 very universally loved set of novels, right? It is universally praised. Dune isn't. Dune is, unfortunately, and they are still loved, but it is unfortunately a much smaller franchise. And then people are like, yeah, but Avengers Infinity War did well, and that's blah, blah, blah hours. I'm like, yeah, but that was the culmination of 10 years, you fool. Like, come on, you cannot compare the two. And I want Dune to do well. Like, I really want it to do well. But I just don't think it... I don't know. I don't think it will, as a result of 2 hours, 35 minutes will put people off. And that's more my lack of faith, not in the movie, but like my lack of faith in humanity and their attention spans. Like, I get comments going, your 15-minute video is too long. I'm like, fuck me, really? That was me condensing it. Like, your attention span sucks. Autocorrect fucked me. The artist is 2000 AD's John Hinkleton. Here's Johnny is the documentary. Best 2000 AD horror artist. Oh, check that out. 2000 AD. I'm all about 2000 AD. Cool. Do you ever feel like major horror film companies take my criteria seriously? Are you talking about my criticisms? No, film companies don't take any criticism seriously from anyone, realistically. They take money seriously. Mr. H, if they made a TF movie, Transformers movie, based on what we saw from the starting scene of Bumblebee, do you think it would do well? Maybe based on Cybertron and then a sequel that came to Earth. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know, really. Andy McCallum says... If I can find it now. I won't ask what happened to you, as it's not my place. I'm just glad to see you are on the mend. Thank you. Yeah. I was not in a good place on Friday, Saturday morning. Not at all, unfortunately. So George Denborough says, well, the average attention span is 7 to 8 seconds, according to researchers. So interesting you should say that. So when I was a teacher, you obviously get taught how to teach people. And the average attention span on one particular topic is actually only about 20 minutes long. And that's the average. That is sort of the ideal time span to then switch things up and change it, even in terms of your lesson plans. So you do a lesson plan and change it every 20 minutes. So you'd be like, right, well, I'm going to do a presentation for 15, and then have 5 minutes of, questions, and then change the topic again further. So it is interesting how it sort of, crosses over into things like that, really. Utani Skynet, surprise, surprise, we've met here for a cup of coffee before work today. I appreciate this morning. Sending much gratitude for your wonderful positive charm and shared interest. Well, thank you. That's a very rare sight, someone actually saying that I'm positive. Normally everyone just thinks I'm overly negative. Oh, Jasper, you are way too hot, aren't you, mate? I'm really sorry, buddy. You're a good boy. Also, just to let you know, because this is important, because a bunch of people will want to know this. If it loads, there we go. So this is, there we go. This is my website, and this is my shop. This is what I'm selling. I'm selling my Blu-ray, aren't I? This is the last week now, guys. This is the last week with respect to selling this Blu-ray. It's not going to be available as of next Sunday. So you've got 1 week left. We've extended it just a little bit. It was going to close today. In fact, there was a tweet that went out saying it's closed. But I've corrected that because I'm aware that some people, I know because I followed it from the comments that came through when I first opened it up. People were like, I need to wait. So I do know that there are some people that want it. So I've extended it 1 more week. So please do grab it whilst you can. If obviously it's there for 1 more week and then it's gone. So please do grab it. Support me. Support original film, those kind of things. With respect to the film and the Blu-ray and what's on it, there is the film itself, which is not going to be released anywhere else. It's only on Blu-ray. You do have to pay for it, unfortunately. And there is an hour-long behind-the-scenes making of documentary, along with about either 100 or 99 stills. I can't remember what were allowed on Blu-rays. I think it was 100. So there's 100 stills from behind-the-scenes stuff and some concept art. Melvin, ordered it, paid it now, waiting for it. Yay. Yes, so they will actually, so we've ordered them. Everything's been ordered in, basically. They're going to start going out as of next week. So they get sent out soon. Someone burn me a copy and I'll Venmo Mr. H $40. No, do not do that. Andy McCallum with the Loki Jasper emojis. People are asking to see Jasper. You can't, I'm afraid. He is literally down here panting really, really hard because we've just been outside. It's very, very hot. For him anyway, like it's 26 degrees and obviously he's very, very fluffy. So we managed to get out quickly before it was at its hottest in the day because it was obviously, hottest is midday onwards. So yeah. Apparently Duster one's a douche, but never mind. Admiral Awesome. Was your accident due to sex games gone wrong? P.S. I can't wait to receive my copy of your Blu-ray. No, dude. I wish it was. That'd be an inventive way to end up in hospital, wouldn't it? You should check out the trailer for Reminiscence. Comes out August 20th and stars Hugh Jackman. It's like Inception and Matrix with a detective story directed and written by Chris Nolan's sister-in-law. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wasn't aware of that. I'll have to check that out. Oh, wow. 3 a.m. in the morning. Mistakes live stream. Hello from California. Hello. Sorry. Mark and Varon says, what supplements do you take or you took? BCAA, glutamine. Would you recommend fat burners? I wouldn't recommend fat burners, really. You can get most of that just from caffeine. The majority of fat burners have a caffeine base anyway. with respect to what ones I use on a day-to-day basis, so I use branched-chain amino acids. I use glutamine and creatine monohydrate. I use a clear whey protein because it's really nice and it's a whey isolate. So little other macronutrients to stop the absorption rate of the protein, the actual gastric emptying rate. And then I use just some multivitamins and things like that, basically. So I use, what do I use? Boron. Use zinc, magnesium, multivitamin, vitamin C, vitamin D3, B vitamin, and omegas. And I think that's it, really. It is actually a fair amount, actually, to be fair. But never mind. Smoke Monster says she tried to buy Breaking Lights, but my order won't go through. I guess I'll try later today again. I'm trying to use a prepaid credit card. That may be the problem. It may be. PayPal is on there. I'd try and use PayPal if you can. I don't actually really want people to use PayPal because we lost thousands in PayPal fees for Blackfields. We legitimately lost thousands. And that just goes off to PayPal, which is a fucking pain in the ass. I was not impressed. I didn't realise either. So I was like, yeah, we'll use PayPal. Why not? Everyone loves it. It's there. It's good for everyone to use. It's pretty easy. And then boom, screwed us. Absolutely screwed us. But yeah, try use PayPal if I were you. If you were offered infinite money for production and pick a franchise, what would you do? Good question, Duster One. I don't know, actually. Maybe... Maybe Predator. Predator would be a good one to tackle. But then Hellraiser would be good as well. I'd love to tackle an Event Horizon film. Watch that Sputnik. Good film. It is good, isn't it? I did a review of that. Dusty One says I'm not a douche. I'm a fan. I think my sarcasm was lost in the time. It was, dude. Sorry, mate. You remember, like I only spot pick comments. Someone said something. I'm very confused. Let me scroll back up. I'm just trying to find someone's comment. Someone replied to someone. I don't really understand what it was. Ah, right. Someone says, do you smoke dope? No, I don't. Mortimer Stage, when you get the GTIR up and running, are you going to do a burnout and some donuts in front of Karen's house? No. So I definitely will not be doing any burnouts because the transmission probably won't handle it. I have managed to find a built transmission. So it has a cryo-treated case, which means that it's stronger. It's got shot-peened gears, which means that they're strengthened as well. So I would love to, but alas, no. But I will rev the shit out of it just for giggles. But yeah, sadly, can't do burnouts in that. Just will absolutely screw it. Won't be very good. Just that I don't want to blow up the transmission unnecessarily. That's all. Because it will blow up. Like the transmission in that car will blow up eventually, and I just don't want to. Don't want to do it any time yet. Best supplement are Scotch fillet and lamb chops. Scotch fillet. What is a Scotch fillet? Strange. You seem to be the minority when it comes to Loki. That's absolutely fine. You're saying that as if that's a bad thing. Do you condone groupthink mentality? Let me know. Should never penalise people for a difference of opinion. You know. I always find that very, very strange that Yeah. Again, that is that groupthink mentality coming through. Really, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. You know, you say leftists are all the bloody same. I'd say everyone on that side of it are all the fucking same as well. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's very, very strange. And I think what annoys me the most about that whole Loki thing is, like, I like it and I justify why, right? I explain it. You can disagree, but you can't sit there and say that I'm just flippantly liking it, because everything's justified. I say, well, I like this because of this. You can disagree, but that is what I like, and that's, I explain myself. But then people come in, and then they call me a shill, and I'm like, I shat all over WandaVision, and I didn't even watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Do you really truly think, and obviously to those people that say you're a shill, do you really think, you absolute imbeciles, that Disney would pay someone that shits on them non-stop? Quite incessantly, in fact, like the majority of stuff, because most of the stuff is garbage. I did videos calling them out for filming next to a bloody Uyghur internment camp in China. Do you really think that Disney's going to pay someone to review Loki well? Behave, you utter morons. It's absolutely baffling. It is so strange, so strange. But again, like I say, that actually just goes some way to explaining how moronic they are. And again, it's just that groupthink mentality, really. Thomas Scott says, how do you think Superman and Lois will end this season? I don't know. I think it's going to be evil Superman comes to the... well, it's Zod, isn't it? I think General Zod is going to come through the portal. I think. I don't know. Because Zod was taken care of way too quickly. He was taken care of way too quickly. So I think he's going to come through the portal. Evil Superman / General Zod. But then I was thinking that, and I was like, well, how are they going to have Superman go up against Superman? Because it's the same actor. And I can't see that doing particularly well on the CW HBO budget that they've got for that show. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I think that they're going to end it. Maybe. Still planning on entering the Strongman comp? No, not at the moment. I've announced it as a potential. I haven't decided yet. Because, well, I'm quite weak at the moment. I haven't been sleeping properly, and then I've been sick. Obviously, I've been in hospital. So I am not feeling on top of the world, really. I'm going to be deciding, because we're in July, I'm going to be deciding, like, the last week of August, because then I'll know then whether I'm going to do... I'll know by that point. So the last week of August, I'll know whether I have the potential to do okay. But as it stands, if you were to ask me now, like if I had to say now whether I'm going to be there, no, I won't be there. But I want to hold out and, decide later on, basically. A-Rap, a lot of people would be out of a job or would not have YouTube channels if people didn't penalise other people's opinions. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what the point is with the statement, I guess, dude. I'm a bit confused with that one. I'm suffering from an ear infection. This crazy heat doesn't help. I can't imagine it would, to be fair. Thank you to everyone doing super chats. Like it genuinely does actually help the channel out. So thank you all so much, guys. We've got 143 likes and we've got 195 viewers. Can we up those likes a little bit? That would be awesome, guys. Mr. H, as of now, what's your most anticipated superhero film? I don't have one. There isn't a most anticipated superhero film at the moment for me. I don't really care about superhero films that much, in honesty. I've never really cared that much about them. They're fine. I'm more looking forward to Dune, Conan, He-Man, those kind of things. I'm really looking forward to those things more than anything else. So, yeah, I don't... Superhero films, I take or leave. I actually don't really care that much about them. Expectations for June. I'm really pumped for it. I think there's a bug in my hair. I keep feeling something wiggle around. I've just been in a big field where there's ticks, so there better not be a fucking tick in my head. What did I read? Expectations for June. So with respect to June, I don't know. I want it to do really, really well. I just don't think it will. Just because I think it's too long. I think it's too niche. Any news on Skulls? Nope. Sub from Tokyo, bro. Any news of the Thing reboot remake? No, that's sort of been put to the wayside at the moment. But wow, in Tokyo. I've always wanted to visit Japan. Always wanted to visit Japan. I don't think I'll get a chance for a good few years now. Most anticipated horror movie coming up from Holly Roxy. So, there is a good question. Now, with respect to that, it's Antlers, because that's supposed to release in October now. I can't wait for that. I think Antlers is going to be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I think that's going to be really, really good. I've got strong hopes for strong hopes for Antlers. It's a movie that should have come out a long time ago. Sadly, hasn't, and now, yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. What's the thing that excites you most about Matt Reeves, the Batman? The car excites me the most. I think the car's awesome. And I just think it might end up being the perfect storm. I don't know. I know a lot of people hate it, or have been hating on it, because you can't actually hate it. You've not seen it yet. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it sort of comes about anyway. Al Humphreys, yeah, I got your email, my dude. I was going to sit and reply to it today, so I'm glad you're on here, because I can just reply to you now. I'm okay. Yes, I was in hospital. I was in hospital from 6 p.m. Friday till 4 a.m. Saturday morning. CT scans, ultrasounds, blood work, you name it. I had it done. But no, I'm okay now. I think I'm okay now. I'm just very tired. But I'm glad you popped on here. And thank you to anyone who sent out tweets and things like that. Very kind of you all. If you don't know, on Friday night, I was taken to hospital and got discharged like 10 hours later after a whole bunch of crap and some medication and stuff like that. But I sent that out in tweets and was updating with pictures and stuff like that. So it is important to follow me over on Twitter sometimes. Or Instagram at Missed H Reviews on both of those platforms. So someone said, so you're not holding out much hope for the second part of June? No, not really, because I think they're going to have overspent. I hope so. Like I want it to succeed. This isn't me poo-pooing it. I want it to do well. I just don't think it will, because I think it'll be too much. But I don't know. Mr. H, do you think The Thing will ever get a sequel, or will it remain in the dark? I don't think The Thing was ever due a sequel, to be honest. It had the prequel, but I don't think it was supposed to have a sequel. And I'm happy for it not having a sequel, actually. Finbar White dropped in, says, hey, Mr. H and Motley Crue, how's you? We'll be watching the F1 later. Nice. Good dude. What Batman villains would you like to see in the Batman sequels? Penguin. I don't want to see Joker. I'm good with not seeing Joker. I'd really like, really like to see Clayface. But I think Clayface should be... And I've always said this. Anyone that's watched my channel, I've said this a lot. I would really like to see a Clayface body horror movie. Just a standalone. An absolute body horror film would be epic with Clayface. It'd be so good. So good. I actually think that is the way to do it. Clayface. Yo H, do you still work out? Biceps are looking good. Yeah, I work out 4 or 5 days a week. Yeah. Again, if you follow me over on Instagram, you'll see that, because I do some posts every now and then for working out and stuff like that. Quite rarely, but yeah, I do. And actually, even more so than that, ladies and gents, is if you follow my second channel, you'll actually be able to, well, you can fully see me then, like I stand up. You can see me standing around. You can actually see how big I am by comparison to other people, and people are always really quite surprised because obviously I'm just a floating head here. You can't see what I look like. But there's my second channel. It's a car channel, which is not, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I like it, and there's even people that don't like cars that watch that and really like it. So please do check that out. You might enjoy that channel. It's a bit different. It's not your standard car channel. I'm rebuilding a rally car, which is not normal. Like, it's quite a rare little thing. But yeah, if you actually want to see what I look like by comparison to other people, go check out that channel, because you can see me standing next to people. Regarding The Thing, the PS2 game titled with the same name is actually the sequel to John Carpenter's The Thing, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't know if it's canon, if it's officially a sequel, but yeah, you are actually right there, Marshmallow, my dude. So Ray says, what are you planning on doing during on Freedom Day? I'm guessing you're saying, what am I planning on doing on Freedom Day? Everything as normal. I've not changed my life at all. I've still been seeing people. I've still been doing things. I have absolutely no intention of following policies in place that were replicated off of a communist party and communist regime. I don't think that is smart. I think that is an infringement of basic human rights, basic civil liberties, and I don't think that they should have. I don't think any government has the right to do that, personally, at all. So I didn't pay any attention to any of the rules at all, and I won't. And it's not like I'm fucking all this kind of. That's not. It's just a quiet, gentle protest against it, because I just don't think it's right. I don't think any government has the right to tell you who you. Well, I mean, in the UK, for instance, they made it illegal to go and have sex with someone. I mean, have sex with someone not from your household. I mean, that's just nonsense. It's bonkers. Just fuck off. Like, no one has the power to do that. Like, it's just strange, very strange. Anyway, Mike Hunt, what's your favourite Thargs Future Shock story? Oof, I don't know. You know what? Those are ones which I actually can't really remember. Out of all the stuff with 2000 AD, those are the things which never really stuck out that much to me. I liked Tharg, and I thought he was he was the sort of the narrator, the sort of editor-in-chief of 2000 AD, wasn't he? But there's nothing which ever sticks out in my eyes. I would have to think about that a little bit more there, to be fair. Oh wow, we have even more in common than I thought, Mr. H. Yeah. I don't talk about that much with respect to anything like that. I don't see the point. I think it's, everyone has their own opinions on things. I mean, look, I had a massive argument with someone on the phone. Well, I didn't even have a massive argument with someone on the phone. Like, yeah, I don't want to get into it. Max says, I think we should have had a vote during the first lockdown. Yes, we should have done. In a democratic society, yes, we should, especially when our tax is what is paying for all of this. Yes, we absolutely should have had a vote. And those that didn't like it, and that's on them. But no, we actually should have had a vote. And I think that that's what's so scary. At the end of the day is, this will undoubtedly screw up the future of the UK at the very least. Would people have been voting or stating that they want more lockdown simply because they're lazy and they don't fully comprehend the ramifications of the economic fallout for all of this? Absolutely. Should I have to be penalised for someone's laziness because they just want a summer off? No. Why should I be penalised for that? Why should my tax go towards funding all of that if I don't want it? It's utter trivial nonsense. I don't. Yeah, I don't agree with it. It's I'm not happy about it in any way, shape, or form. So no, I just continued doing my main. I just continued life as normal. Literally, anyone who would see me, I went to see. Anyone who I'd would hang around with, come into my house, just continued as normal. I don't care. And the situation, just real quick as well, because people will inevitably want to know my stance on vaccination. I think ultimately, if people want the vaccine, that's 100% your choice. You can do whatever you want with your own body. I think people have the right to have autonomy. And I feel it's quite nefarious when people then turn around and say, well, it's your responsibility to look after other people. No, it's not. 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 That's like saying that obese motherfucker down the road, that's my responsibility. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Communism for health is a very strange and slippery slope, and I don't understand how we've got here. If you want to take the vaccine, do it. Be my guest. Absolutely, knock yourself out. Like, I don't care. Knock yourself out. But I feel like ultimately, if you're then going to force your views onto other people, that's where it starts to look a little bit nefarious. No one should be coerced or forced into it. That's strange, personally, but never mind. Marshmallow says, oh yeah, me and my doggo found a giant trampoline that was free for the taking, too big to carry home and too rusted as well. Oh, that's a shame. Mike Hunt says, how long will we have a judge system? How long till we have a judge system in real life? Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, they could have predicted the future. Maybe. We'll have to see. Maybe. I don't know, though. Rollin Boy says, did I receive your email for the Acheron teaser trailer? Aliens sequel short film. I did, but I was in hospital. I haven't had a chance to look at it. Sorry. I just got back to doing videos yesterday, properly again. So I'm sorry. I will get on it. Matthew K says, Mr. H, have you had any of the jabs? I hope you don't mind me asking you that. I'm not being rude or negative towards you. No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think you are. With respect to the jabs, no, I've not. So the thing is, and again, just to sort of explain my own stance anyway, I was offered it with the 80-year-olds. And in the UK, they were offered it in priority order. And when I was offered it and I don't know why, like I don't have, minus the weird hospital trip, I don't actually have any underlying health conditions that would indicate that I would be offered it. And so when I asked them, I was like, well, why are you offering it to me? And they couldn't tell me why. And I was like, well, that's worrying. That's concerning because, well, that goes to show that you don't fully understand even why you're offering it to certain people. And also as well, like I would have had to have driven like 2 hours to go and get it because it was in London, and I didn't want to do that. I don't have the time. But also the way the actual statistical facts are that under certain age brackets, like, so if you're over 80, for instance, you have a 9% chance of dying if you catch COVID, right? That's a fact, right? That's an actual fact. So over 80-year-olds, I understand, get it, 100%, get it, that's fine. You don't have that long left for the world anyway, so if there are any adverse reactions because of the jab, then it doesn't really matter that much, let's be honest. And people will say you're heartless, but I don't care. That's fine. You think whatever you think. Triage is the thing that happens, ladies and gents. Grow up. But then as you go down and down and down and down, under a certain age, like we're looking at a 0.0% chance of dying. But the jab has an efficacy of only 90 to 95% anyway. Well, statistically, my immune system is better than the jab, isn't it? That's just cold, hard facts. That's nothing which can actually be argued with. So at that point, that's an educated, informed choice not to get it based on actual facts, just statistics, things which people can't argue with. And then everyone else that would have got it and, would have suffered serious issues with it have got the jab anyway. So more for them. That's fine, I think. I think that's perfectly reasonable. I just don't see the point. It's like the flu vaccine. I don't get the flu vaccine every year. but I could quite easily have flu and, give it to someone and they could die. It's the same situation. It's exactly the same situation. This very strange sort of communism for health situation that's occurred now, i.e., I'm responsible for someone else's health, is odd. I don't understand it. When have we ever done this? Are we suddenly going to get mass lawsuits? Class action lawsuits for everyone that's got secondhand smoke inhalation and have got cancer as a result of it, because everyone's responsible for someone else's health now. Is that what we're going to do? I mean, no, of course not. Anyway, SLB City says, hey, I've been a bit confused and can't find a solid answer, so I will ask you, are the AVP movies canon to the Predator movies but not the Alien movies? No, they're not. They are actually their own thing. They are considered their own thing, or they were considered their own thing anyway, within respect to the Alien and Predator lore Bible that they had. So no, basically. Marshmallows, if I can't persuade family members to go see the doctor for loss of hearing or visual auditory hallucinations, then by default I'm not responsible. Yeah. It's not your responsibility to persuade them either. People have autonomy. I think it's fine. Aero Snail says, I agree with you regarding the vaccine. I have all the other vaccines in my country's vaccination plan, but I'm not taking the COVID ones. Again, honestly, I don't have any issue with anyone taking it. I just don't like the holier than thou attitude of, I've had it, therefore you should have it. No, go away, you utter imbecile. That is not how you... That's not what you do, That's not what you do. It's very, very odd. Jake Smed says, I respect your stance on the vaccine, but I've had it. But I waited for local people to get it first to see if they're okay. Again, 100%. 100%. I don't see any issue with anyone getting it, You make the decision. You make your choice. But once you've made your choice should never be impacted upon other people. The thing that I have a problem with is just that weird, strange, holier than thou attitude. And as well, everyone's saying, I've had mine because I've got this, and I've had mine because I've got this. That's really, really, that's good. Of course, that's good, because again, on a statistical level, are you more likely, to die from it? Yeah, probably. So should you get it? Yeah, probably. If you deem that to be right for you at the time, absolutely get it. 100%. 100% get it. Again, I don't have any issue with that. Vaccinating teens, are you laughing? It's not the bubonic plague. Yeah, that's quite strange. Sorry, I've been reading up a little bit. I'm just going to catch up a second now because I'm a little bit behind on these guys. Holly Roxy says, I haven't had it and would never try to tell other people what to do. So totally agree. Yeah, this is the thing. Isn't it a strange situation that we live in now where people are like, oh, we have, people have autonomy. We say women should have the right to choose whether they have an abortion and things like this, for instance. And I know I'm elevating this a little bit quickly here. I get that. But then when it comes to a vaccine, people are like, no, you must have it. Sorry, what? What happened to my body, my choice? What? Again, I know there'll be people that disagree, but do you see what I mean? It's just a strange stance, especially when it would be, typically speaking, that side of the stance that are like, yeah, my body, my choice, but also you must have the vaccine. Hey, that's a quick 180 in your brain to justify that. Marshmallow, I have to confess, I got my first jab, but not the second. When I got offered the first, I did what the crowd did, but with remorse, as I felt duped into it. There's actually a lot of people that feel like that. And when I ask people why they've got it, they go, well, why not? And I go, well, here's all my reasons why not. And they go, oh. Yeah. Also, if you really do want to actually have your mind blown a little bit, the COVID vaccine pamphlets do actually list this as an experimental vaccine up until 2023. That's scary. Experimental. No thanks. I'm good. I'm all good. Because statistically, I've got a 0.0% chance of dying if I catch it. I'm good. The vaccine's only 90 to 95% effective. I'll take my immune system, please, thanks. Like, no. I'm all good there. What I hate more than anything in this pandemic is the way the systems around the world are forcing people into two groups. Anyways, wah, to y'all. Yeah, absolutely. What coffee was I currently drinking? Yeah, I was... Oh, what? Vasi PSA. Please check animals nearby that they have water. I've been doing welfare check on horses all morning and many had no water source. Please look after all our furry friends. Absolutely, Vasi. Very valued Wrench member here in the chat. Absolutely. What Vasi said, pinned comment. We've read it out now. We're all good. We're all good. Anyway, I'm back down now, ladies and gents. So I'm back here. I can read stuff properly. Aerosnail says, and also, again, thank you everyone to doing super chats. You don't ever have to do super chats. I do, obviously, I'm very clearly just reading questions, aren't I? But if you do a super chat, one, it supports the channel. Secondly, I'll get to your question a lot quicker. So just as an FYI, but thank you all so much. I always want to do these sort of drop-ins and say thank you. It's important. Marshmallow says, had the AstraZeneca vaccine. Oh, well, live life, yes. Well, I also thought what was interesting, and it came out yesterday or Friday, I think it was Friday, is that in Wales, so Wales is part of the UK, Wales are advising people who take the Pfizer vaccine to not work out, men, because it enlarges your heart. No thanks. I'm good. I don't want any of that. I'm good. Anything that interacts with my heart on that level, don't want it. It causes it rarely does it, but it does do it. Inflammation of the heart. No thanks. I'm full. I'm full. I'm full up. Andy McCallum sent a super sticker. Vibes. Excellent. Thank you so much. And you can Google that. This isn't me just making it up. Like it came out again. The Welsh government are recommending anyone who has the Pfizer vaccine not to work out for a few days. I'm good. I'm full. And that's also the Moderna one as well. Apparently it does that. If they get away with mandatory vaccines, that clears a path for being injected with whatever the government wants to stick in you. Yeah, it's nefarious. Anyway, guys, let's shuffle on from vaccines and things like that. Because again, I don't want this to turn into any issue with vaccines versus non-vaccine people. Because that's not the culture that we have here on the channel. We do not have a culture of tribalism here. On this channel, in our chats, we have very, very good, understanding of people. So there you go. Let's shuffle on, because I know this is a hot topic, and I don't want the tribalism that comes with it. Everyone is entitled to make whatever choices they deem best for them at the time. That's the thing. Your body, your autonomy, you choose. I'm more than happy with that. Have you had your colonoscopy yet, V Slim? No, I've never had a colonoscopy. And that's not why I was in hospital. I wouldn't have been in hospital for a colonoscopy. You fool. Dust the One says, you'll be okay. You'll keep saying you're okay. It will keep spreading. It will mutate. Mutations in virology are actually a good thing. Virologists will tell you that. Mutations in virology are a good thing because it causes the virus to live alongside you, much like the common cold does, rather than mutations that kill you. Because the thing is a virus doesn't live without a host, right? It wants to have a host. So no, again, just basic research will tell you that mutations are a beneficial thing. It's a beneficial thing. Yeah. John Harrison, you what, mate? I've had one dose of the Pfizer. Now you're telling me my heart might explode. No, I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you what I read is that people who've had it are recommended not to work out for a few days because it enlarges the heart. I don't think that's particularly good. I think that's pretty bad. So no good. Smoke Monster, Taskmaster, Poo poo. Yeah, wasn't good. I think it was a bad choice. Will Bowen, here in Tokyo, we've had a Ugandan weightlifter leave his hotel, wrote a note saying, "Don't come for me," and fled the area. What? Really? Oh, for the Olympics? How strange. Why is that? What's the news saying about that? That's very unusual. Matthew K says, Mr. H, do you use any protein shakes to build your muscles up? Yeah, I use clear whey protein isolate. Normally from My Protein because it's just cheap and cheerful. And I am... I've just bought some from Bulk Powders in the UK. I think they're a UK-based brand. Pretty sure they are. So I've just bought some from them to see the difference, basically. See the difference in taste and flavour. So that'll be interesting to see. But with respect to protein, yeah, I use it. It's a very cheap source of protein. It's good for you. Good. Good for nitrogen. Puts you in a positive nitrogen balance, and that's what you look for to grow. Have you noticed the amount of Doomsday and Plague films on Amazon Prime? I have, yeah. It's quite funny. I tell you what, I have been watching on Amazon Prime that I absolutely love at the moment. I've been rewatching the X-Files. It's amazing. It absolutely holds up. It's so good. So good. Mr. H, I see you collect NECA figures. See them on your shelf. No, they're not NECA. There's only one NECA figure there, and that's the Godzilla, Burning Godzilla. But no, I actually don't collect NECA figures. The rest are custom figurines. In fact, there's a Black Knight figure at the bottom there from my film, which was a custom-made item. Speaking of which, everyone who bought the Black Knight figures, they will be going out soon. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gents. Why do you think people think it's funny to call flat earthers stupid and do debunking videos, but never do the same with religious beliefs? In my opinion, both are just as stupid unless this is a simulation. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? I always thought, so further to that, I always think it's interesting how we now call, like, Greek myth, we call them Greek myths and legends, but that was actually a religion, wasn't it? You know, Zeus, Hercules, Persephone, you know, all these, Hades, you know, Poseidon. This was a religion. I always think that's interesting. I always think that's quite interesting, to be fair. Wander This World says, regarding your June video, kind of disagree about the poster. Let's fight. No. I understand what you're saying about symbolism, but I do not think most people will see it as the sci-fi epic story it is. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I don't think I ever said that they would see that though. That was just my personal symbolism that I was getting from it. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I don't think many people will, to be fair. I agree there. Mr. H, what body fat percentage are you, and how do I lose the stubborn body fat? Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I would say 10 or sub 10%. I've got veins running through my rib cage down through my six-pack at the moment. I've got quite a lot of vascularity through my arms, my legs. There's quad separation running through them. So I would probably hazard a guess sub 10%, maybe just 10% though, at a push. I think people are far too generous with their body fat percentages sometimes. They're like, oh, I'm under 10%. And like, you're very clearly not. Like, it's quite hard to get to that level. So I think I'm probably around 10%. But I've definitely blown up with a bunch of water this weekend, because that if you stay up too late and you mess your hormones up from lack of sleep and things like that, you do get a slight edema, things like this, water retention. So I would have imagined I've had a bit of that from the weekend. So yeah, so I don't know, maybe 10%, I guess. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But how do you lose stubborn body fat? Well, in fairness, it's just persistent. It is just persistence. It does take a long time. But also as well, some of it is persistence and consistency. So consistent persistence. Which sounds dumb, but it's the truth, because some people will look to constantly change things. But if you have consistent persistence, even on the same sort of dietary intake that you have, you will still get somewhere. So some people go, right, I'll cut out, I don't know, 200 grams of fucking whatever. And then they lose a couple pounds a week, and then they stop losing for a few weeks, and they're like, all right, I've got to change stuff. No, sometimes the body just really likes to hold on to stuff. But if you're persistent on that level, suddenly you'll drop off a plateau. Sometimes your weight loss plateaus for a bit because the body's like, no, I don't want to get any less, and then it suddenly drops. So just stay really persistent with it. Nate says, Mr. H, starting next month, I'll be going to the gym for the first time. Do you have any advice? Also, is it worth getting a personal trainer if you don't know what you're doing? Yes, it is. I would always recommend a personal trainer for someone who actually does not know what they're doing. 100%. Even just to basically put you through, I don't know, a few workouts a week just to get right and things like that. Yeah. My basic advice would be know what you're doing first, and if you don't know what you're doing, yeah, probably get a personal trainer, because you don't want to injure yourself. You can end up being out of the gym forever if you do something stupid and wrong, and you wouldn't want that. That's not good. Have you seen Pig? I have not. I do want to, but no, I have not. Al Humphreys' sleeping pattern is completely shot. Been up all night, was going to get some sleep till I stumbled upon the stream. Just really relieved that you're all right, Mr. H, dude. I'll sleep after the stream. Well, that's very kind of you, man. Thank you. Mr. H, if you had the choice of getting a Hot Toys figure, what would it be? I don't know what they do, actually. I don't know what they have, Hot Toys-wise. Cycle 26 miles a day, 6 days a week, you'll lose weight. God damn you will. Glad to see you up and about, Miss H. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. I worried a bunch of people, didn't I? I just wondered your thoughts about your film and keeping it behind a paywall. Do you not think you could get it seen by a lot more people, maybe industry people, if it's available everywhere? No. And, well, I don't care about getting it seen by industry people. I don't care. I don't want to work in Hollywood. I don't care. Like, it's what you're interested in, isn't it? Like, I'm not... So, Blackfields was available everywhere, and it had like 26,000 views, and then it stopped getting views, right? So, that film would have been seen by the people that I'm guessing you think it needed to be seen by, right? In terms of industry stuff. The second... And also, there was two films. So, there was Bjorn and Frida, and then that one. Both of them would have been seen by individuals like that if they were going to watch it. The last one, the third one... which is now behind a paywall, that's fine. I don't see the issue with that at all. The thing is, people want stuff for free all the time. No. No. You can't get stuff for free. Like, these things can't be made for free all the time. It's just not possible. So, and also as well, I needed to see it. I needed to see essentially both business models. So I needed to see one which had more mainstream appeal, which was released for free and had lots of promotion. And then I wanted to see one which was more niche and didn't have much promotion and was a paid for product, because I want to compare both of them and then see whether there's any viability in making this something where I can do it, you know, where I can do more, basically. Because, you know, I said I wouldn't do any more, but I need the statistics. I need the facts and the figures to take a look at it and go, right, well, this is viable, or no, this isn't. I can put it to bed and not make any more. And so I wanted both of them, basically. I wanted to see both of them, and I think that's fine. Mr. H seems really peppy after going to hospital. He's doing a great stream. What's in his coffee? It's early. This is the thing. It's early. It's a Sunday. You know, I'm feeling good. Yeah, it's all right. Sorry. Do you have stretch marks from weights? I do. I've got stretch marks across my chest, in my inner bicep, in my inner thighs, across my back. Yeah, I've got stretch marks from growing too quickly, basically. It's very difficult to work out with chronic pain without making things worse. Yeah, I can imagine. Goddamn. Shoady, or Show 80, Says, nice surprise stream. Glad you're at the hospital, mate. I hope all is well. Yes, I'm good, thank you. I have a couple quick questions for you. Have you played Dead Space 2? I have. I played it for patrons, actually. If you ever come to Japan, I could take you to some sick filming spots. Are there any animals that you would like to see made into a... Any animes, sorry, that you'd like to see made into a live-action film? Yeah, I'd like to see... Psycho-Pass, I think, would be a good live-action film. I think that'd be quite... That wouldn't be too difficult to do, either. Yeah. I watched a film on Netflix last night called Crawl. Yeah, that's the... Crawl, isn't that the crocodile one? I did a review of that one. Got a good amount of likes, guys. God damn, wow, thank you so much. Breaking Lights is behind a paywall. Did I miss something? Because if so, where do I go to see it? It's on Blu-ray. So yeah, it's behind a paywall. But you did miss something. How did you miss it? I've been saying it all the time. Eros, no, you have to buy it. It's for sale. And actually, this is the last week it is for sale. So you'll find it there, productionhfilms.com. Go to the shop. It's there for sale. You have to buy it to watch it. If not, you won't watch it. You can't watch it. Mr. Spid. Hi, Mr. H. Have you ever looked into independent film funding in the UK? Does it exist? Is it worthwhile? Just curious. It's not worthwhile, no, because I would actually have to hire token characters, basically. You only get... And it's all there on the website. This isn't me just throwing it out there for controversy's sake. I don't even know why it's controversial. It's just a fact. It's literally on their website, BFI's website, film funding, whatever. You have to have people that are underrepresented. You have to have certain demographics to acquire film funding. So when people say, yeah, that's a token character or a token actor, they 100% are. They 100% are. Yeah. And I don't want to make films like that. So I've seen a few of your videos, but not a regular. Would you regard yourself as posh? You don't look it, but your voice is a bit. I assume you're not British, I guess, because I'm guessing you don't understand how class works in the UK. No, I'm not posh. You can speak correctly. You can enunciate and pronounce things correctly and not be posh. And actually, I come from the lowest of the low rung. Yeah. I don't know. How would you consider me posh? I live in a little one-bed house. That's not posh, is it? Very strange. No, I'm not upper class, which is what you're saying is posh. So, no. Mr. H, do any impressions? I won't do Andre from Midnight Sage. The only impression I do is the Emperor from Star Wars. I do that quite well. I like it anyway. John Davies has dropped in the chat. Nice to have you on, dude. Psycho-Pass was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, Psycho-Pass is good. Goddamn fucking flies. Fuck off. You're well spoken. Yeah, I guess so. I'm British, but H has a posh accent. He doesn't realise it. It's not. Again, it's not a posh accent. It's speaking correctly. There is a difference. You know, if you pronounce your T's, you pronounce your I's and your S's. Yeah, but that's not being posh, is it? There's a huge difference. Posh is class. Posh is upper class. Please, yeah, discern the difference. Like, you know, or even just having a varied vocabulary, right? Having a varied vocabulary doesn't equate to posh. That's utter nonsense. What? So I'm I don't know, have a wider range of words which I utilise, therefore posh. Odd. That doesn't equate to upper class. Posh is a class, not how you speak. Finbar White has a question regarding hydrotherapy. Where is it? I have palsy. Been having physio past few weeks, but you only get 5 sessions under NHS doctor. Wants me to do hydrotherapy to stop muscle deterioration. I don't understand. Where is the actual question? Where is it? Okay, Mr. H. Doctor recommended I have hydrotherapy. Is it worth having? Yeah, what is that for? What's the hydrotherapy for, dude? I don't understand. Where did I learn Afrikaans? Lekker. So I learned it when I worked abroad, just with a bunch of South Africans. I don't know a lot of it anymore. Like super basic phrases now, unfortunately. Shame, really. My mistake. I thought you were saying we could also pay to stream Breaking Lights. Like there are movies you can pay for to see on YouTube. I did know about the Blu-ray. Oh, no, yeah. Well, I guess that's both are technically behind a paywall, aren't they? Are Universal Monster remake still planned? The Mummy with Tom Cruise wasn't great. Don't think it's Cruise's genre. He's an action movie type. I think they tried action movie with The Mummy, not horror. I agree, yeah, not good. I had to change my T's and S's completely after coming to Japan. I can't speak my usual British North Wales accent here in Japan because they won't have a clue what the fuck I'm saying. I can't imagine they would. That's funny. That's great. Love it. Right, so... Were you always well spoken, or did YouTube videos and streams help you speak? No. No, that wouldn't have helped me at all. That's nothing like that. Maybe Mr. H means RPSE, which is received pronunciation southeast. It is conflated with class, but not the same as it. Mr. H was right. I should not have used the word posh. My mistake. No, it's all right. It's not me having a go at you. I just think that people's... The thing... I don't know whether you're... Thing is, because of the time I'm streaming now, I don't know whether you're British, Australian, American. Americans don't understand class. They don't have class like we do. It's not the same. Like they don't. It's not. Well, they do have it, but it's not. Like most of our sort of cultural issues in the UK were not so much anymore because we're importing a lot from America, but a lot of them in the UK were class struggles between things. So I didn't know whether you were British or not. Hey H, my new manga on IGG called Wonder Island. It's a far cry from Xenotype, but fans of high-stakes fantasy adventure won't want to miss it. There you go, ladies and gents. Please do go and check it out on Indiegogo, Wonder Island. If you like what you see, fund it. There you go. I have just missed the call on my phone. So we're going to stay for another 15 minutes, guys. I'm going to call it a day. I need to go get some lunch. I am hungry. But thank you all for joining me. This has been really good fun, actually. Mr. H, I have a form of palsy on my left side. What is palsy? I don't know what palsy is. Wants me to try hydrotherapy to try to maintain muscle in left side, stop deterioration. I mean, hydrotherapy would be beneficial for you. It would be worth a go. Hydrotherapy does work. You could also try muscular stimulation, which causes contractions. You know, like isometric holds and contractions and stuff. That could be good. You seem to like the new Batmobile. Have you bought the Hot Wheels model yet? I haven't. I shouldn't I? I've got a bunch of Hot Wheels down here, and also just actual toys, like actual, not toys, but you know, models of the cars that I've owned or cars that I no longer own that I really, really like. Why did I name myself Mr. H? because I needed a name that was not my name to use online. So I used Mr. H. I literally just came up with it. Literally just came up with it. I just wanted to be anonymous. I was a teacher. Like, I wanted to be anonymous. I don't want to use my actual name if I'm a teacher. It's stupid, isn't it? Like, come on. Like, fucking behave. Do I have any tricep workout routine tips? A really good tip for a real basic tip, which seldom people use for tricep workout, is actually most people stand really close to the pulley system when they do any form of tricep pushdown. If you start far away from the pulley system and then work your way in set by set, you actually work out the majority of the tricep. You're stressing the muscle fibers at each point in the range of motion, because if you're right up close and you're here, you actually only get like a certain degree of angle where the muscle is under tension, right? You can drive tension in it, but which is actually under tension from the weight in the range of motion. So if you start further out, the pivot point is further away, so you work out lower in the range. You're stressing muscle fibers in a different range of the motion. So if you step backwards and then work your way in, you actually do really well then. That's the best. That is literally the best tip I can give you. Just that. It's a real basic tip, but it's a great one. Most people don't like it, to be fair, but yeah. Most people don't like use it very often. Not like it. Most people like it when they do it, but most people don't use it. So definitely use it. Sorry, I'm misspeaking because I'm tiring down a little bit there. The FTM22 says, "Good morning, Miss H. 15 months of antibodies and counting. I'm Gen X and thought it was a sinus infection. No vax for me." Oh, good for you, man. Good for you. So, ladies and gents, if you want to get in your final super chats to not only support me, but also get me to answer your questions, please do. Genuinely appreciate it. It does actually keep the lights on here on the channel. So please, please, please do. Again, it's not me begging, fuck's sake. It's more me saying, hey, if you want your questions answered immediately, because people are going pretty thick and fast here with questions. I say that and I'm like, oh, did I sound like I don't know whether I'm coming across right or wrong. Which is better, free weights or a home multi-gym? Multi-gym that you can get from Argos. No, you would probably be better off with free weights if it's a multi-gym from Argos. And actually, what I would say, Matthew, dude, is just get if you've got the space, if you've got a space for a multi-gym, you should have the space for a cage. If you can get a cage and a bench, you can do so much more stuff than you could in a multi-gym. Cage and a bench. Like I've converted my conservatory, which in the US is probably like a sunroom, but I've converted that into a home gym, which is awful to use at the moment because it's too hot. But I've converted that into a home gym, and that's just got a big powerlifting cage in it, and that works great. That's amazing. So I would recommend that. If you've got space for a multi-gym, you should have space for a powerlifting cage. Just want to say, fantastic channel, Mr. H. Really glad that you're okay and feeling better. Really enjoy the narrations and Resident Evil playthrough, as well as your general content. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Marshmallow, mastery is mastery of the basics. Never underestimate the importance of a solid foundation. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. I never knew the UK did one-bed houses. Yeah, of course they do. I did not know that. Roadkill become a member. Thank you so much. Memberships are open here on the channel, guys, for as little as 99p actually, and you do get some good benefits to it. Oh, also as well, people, if you're just like walking in here and you don't know what people are saying, like they're glad I'm okay. I was in hospital on Friday from 6 p.m. till 4 a.m. So just as an FYI, like I wasn't around. That's why. And we'll go back to next week doing the members only stream. Obviously I couldn't stream. I did tweet it out saying that I'm sorry, and I'll get back to streaming ASAP, hence why I'm streaming now. But I will get back to doing things as normal soon. It was unavoidable, was it? I didn't want to be in the hospital for 10 hours. Fucking alright. Wasn't my fault. Mr. H, I have a nephew that's really skinny and gets bullied a lot and wants to get in shape. Do you have any suggestions? How do you start the weights? How do you start? He weighs about 120 pounds. His weight is actually irrelevant, to be fair. Just start compound movements. You know, bench press, deadlift, squat, and eating a lot. Squat, deadlift, bench press, pull-ups, chin-ups, things like that. It'll really help. Get him on a powerlifting routine. Get him a trainer to teach him the basics, and get him on a powerlifting routine. That'll really help. It'll really, really, really help. And get him to eat a lot. Finbar White. Thanks for the advice, Mr. H. This is why I like your channel. We all support each other. We do. We absolutely do. Hope it wasn't kidney stones. Yeah. Wasn't kidney stones. Could have been something far worse than that. Still don't know, actually. That's the issue. Still don't actually know. I took your advice and bought a squat rack and some weights after Sydney was locked down for a few weeks. A few weeks ago. I tell you what, man, honestly, I'm so glad I invested. And it was a lot of money, and I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, no, I like it because it was a lot of money. But I'm really glad that I went and bought a home gym, because if I didn't have that for the whole of lockdown, I would have been pissed off. I'd have been really pissed off. So I'm glad you did. Like, again, like, I don't strongly recommend it because it's a lot of money, but to anyone that, you know, wants the gym and thinks it's all beneficial and things like that, like, I would say, yeah, probably go to it. I find that free weights is more beneficial for muscle development rather than gimmicky home gym equipment, unless you're going to spend a fortune on gym quality equipment. Yeah, I agree with that. Happy Sunday, everyone. Great to see you are safe and well, H. Thoughts and prayers for everyone in the UK and Ireland suffering through the heat wave. I know, god damn, it's hot. Seriously hot. Here in Japan, all free weights on Amazon were sold out for months during COVID. Yeah, they were here as well. I had my gallbladder burst a few years ago. It was pretty scary. Thought I was dying from the sudden pain. Oof, that's not good, Holly. That's awful. Sorry to hear that. That's really bad. What? Andy, unfortunately, I'm dying from radiation poisoning. Not really a great plan on my part. What do you mean? Are you actually being serious? What? That's new. V Slim, I fix with you, Mr. H. Cheers. Appreciate it. Send the boy to jiu-jitsu. Handling people who are heavier. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Mystery diagnosis is not a good thing. Congrats on keeping fit. Hope the new medical thing is quickly resolved. Diagnosed and resolved. Yeah, so do I. How often do you work out and for how long? So a range, either 4 or 5 days a week, depending on what I'm doing. Oh, gamma ray. God damn. Handy. So 4 or 5 days a week. I do an 8K run or a 10K run 4 or 5 days a week. Well, no, I do cardio 5 days a week. And I do, I don't know, hour and a half of weights. It's dependent, really. I don't normally time it, but I would imagine it's probably about an hour and a half, hour 20, something like that. Andy's not dying from radiation poisoning. He said he's a gamma super soldier, so don't worry about it. Valeria says, I don't like you, bud. Well, that's good. You can off you fuck then. Why are you here? Off you fuck, child. You're all right. Do I take fish oil? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. 8K would kill me. Yeah, it was really tough. I built up to that. Like, I didn't do that straight from the off. That took a fairly long time to get there. Yeah, took a fairly long time. Miss H, do you like MMA? Did you see Conor McGregor leg break? I didn't see the leg break. I saw the aftermath, the conversation afterwards. He didn't seem very happy with that, did he? Not good at all. Do I like Indian food? I do like a good curry every now and then. Holly Roxy, definitely hope you feel better, Mr. H, and resolve whatever it is. Thank you all so much. What I would say as well, guys, if you want to follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. H Reviews, please do. And also as well, like I not everyone's into it. I get it. Like, I'm not, I get it. But if you do want to check out my second channel, it's a car channel. please do. You don't have to. You don't have to like cars to even like the channel. There's a lot of people that watch that channel that don't like cars. Because it's not presented as like, oh, you must know this, you must know that. So check it out. You might like it. You might like it. Do I play any instruments? No, I don't. I used to play electric guitar, but I smashed my hand up. You can see there, I had surgery from a shattered metacarpal. I had some metal wires put through it. Fucked up my hand. That was from when I was a bouncer. Many, many moons ago now. Was not good fun. Wouldn't recommend it. Don't fight. Not good for you. Have good rest of the day, Mistage. Cool video yet again. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. This was impromptu. I really enjoyed this. This was great fun. Thank you all. Is it like OG Top Gear? I don't know, actually. You might like it. You might like it. Romeo apparently can't speak. I'll twisted you inside out. That almost sounds a bit rapey. I don't want you near my my poop hole, my boy. I'm not that I have any issue with you know, men that like men. I'm just not. I don't swing that way. All right. I do like the vagine. Mike Hunt says money, aka monkey, aka monkey magic, was very popular in Australia by people born in the 80s. What about the UK? I don't. I'm gonna have to have a look at that. I don't recall that. Bouncer and teacher, odd combo. No, so I mean, I'm fairly old. I did bouncer years ago. Like we're talking over a decade ago, nearly 2 decades ago. I did bouncing. Teacher was, I don't know, within the last decade. So there you go. Been following your channel for ages, but stumbled on the live stream by accident. Nice surprise. Good, man. So Roadkill, I do actually normally stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So please do, you know, check them out and come along to them because they're always good fun. SVX versus 300 GT. 300 GT, I guess. I don't know. Monkey Magic was on Sky One in the 90s. I didn't have Sky One. Tresala Morigold. God, you do have a lot of fake burner accounts, don't you? Weak bone to be a bouncer. Not really. That was hit someone's face, then moved, and then hit a wall. Most people would break if they hit a wall. Come on. Behave. Even as a troll, you can't get your comments in line properly. You utter mong. Ian Curtin. I wish for a great old one to appear, only for the shade. Oof. Isn't it hot today? It's due to be, I think it's due to be about 31, 32 degrees, which in the UK is hot. Like, that is hot, 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 hot. Apparently, it's the hottest day of the year today. So yeah, no, likewise. And thank you so much for that super chat, dude. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you, man. Mistake Reviews. The combination of I do like the vagine and Mike Hunt says, if I said out loud and fast, is priceless. That's great. Where are we here? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Battlefield Earth. I watched your movie review yesterday, and fucking hell, it was so good. Oh my god, that film is so bad. It is so bad. That film is just awful. Yeah, not good. Not good. It's all the Dutch angles that really throw it off. God, them Dutch angles suck. Thank you all for joining me today, guys. We've got some good viewers in. We've got a good group, a new group of people dropping in here as well. It's nice. It's really, really nice. Ian says, no worries, you deserve it, man. Your channel is real, and I respect you. That's very, very kind. Sepia Smith can snap me with one hand. Are you a giant? Or are you talking about like a finger or what? And again, how many ghost accounts do you have? You keep being blocked. Well, not blocked. You keep being timed out by my moderators, who are doing a great job, actually. So thank you so much. But how many do you actually have? I am really shocked. Like, how sad do you have? Like, I've got channels. You know, I've got accounts for channels, right? So I've got my second car channel and things like that. But I don't think I would ever jump in and then change, you know, my account to then comment again and then again. But then they said, how many does he have? Christ, so crazy. I mean, that's that you're a specialist to do that. Different kind of specialist. Right. Anyway, it's nice that this stream suits an expat in China. Oh, interesting. What do you think of China? There you go. That's interesting. Well, I guess you can't really say if you actually had negative views of China. I'm not saying that you would, but I'm saying if you did, you wouldn't be able to say, would you, to be fair? Yeah, maybe not. Trolls like that are incredibly odd. They are, aren't they? iChief says, I have 2 accounts. One for my own watching and the other for videos. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's interesting. Got to pay the troll toll, dude. Yeah, true. Steve Crooms here. The more things change. Hello, buddy. Long time. It's been a very long time, dude. Where have you been? Mr. H, get some goat soup. It's what trolls drink. Goat soup. Fuck's sake. Snail. Effing trolls are persistent. Damn. Maybe they'll bounce if you totally ignore them, because clearly they need your attention. They do. They do. Gotta worship at the altar of H. I mean, you know, at least give me a tea bag first or something. Like, fucking hell. Anyway, guys, I did say we would be going about 15 minutes ago. So, do you think we could get a review on Fear Street Part 2 and 3? Just want to hear your thoughts on it. So, I've actually watched Part 2, and I'm going to be reviewing that shortly. That's going out in a minute, basically. So, yes, I will be getting that out to you guys soon. Are you over 30, Mr. H? I want some grey in my beard, but I'm only 28. I am over 30. But I actually had this back in the day when I was under 30. So, yeah, I think you either get it or you don't. You could dye it. Wouldn't recommend it. You could dye it. Anyway, guys, do follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. H Reviews. Love to have you guys over there. Thank you all so much.